Puda, you the GOAT, boy.
GOODMORNING. Good morning, Freedom School, and others joining us today. My name is Mr. Dan, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do the basic steps of Tinkercad. So, notice I have a square there. I'm going to delete that. Or cylinder there. I'm going to delete that. So this is for level 1, okay, in Freedom School. What's your grades? This year it's 1st through 3rd grade. Okay, and so your assignment is going to be to make a table with decorations on it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a table, but then also I'm going to show you how to make a couple of decorations as well, but you can feel free to put whatever you'd like on there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of show you how to do it. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and take a cylinder and place that right on that work plane. Okay, and the work plane is this blue grid right here. That's where we want to put all of our objects, okay? And all of our objects, we can find those over here, all these fun, colorful shapes. All right, so if we want to change the size of our cylinder, we can click on one of these white squares around the edge. Now notice that whenever we click on one of those white squares, 2 numbers appear. Okay, that lets us know that we're going to change the length and the width, or how wide it is and how long it is, long or wide. Okay, so we can click on that. We're going to move that on down, click and hold to drag it down so that both of these say 10. Now if we want to change the height, which we do, we're going to click on that white square in the middle and 1 number will appear that says 20. And we're going to move that up to 40. Just like that. Okay, now we have our first leg. That easy. Whoa. Next, we're going to do something a little fancy, okay? Bear with me. Ready? Okay, let's do it. So we're going to press this duplicate button right here, and that's going to give us a copy. Whoa. All right, now we have 2. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Are you ready for this next part? This next part's really, really crazy. So we have 2 right now, right? And we need 2 more, because how many legs do tables usually have? 4. Right, 4. Okay? So if we click and hold an open space, and open space is any area without an object. So right here, this is not open space. That's an object. Let's press this undo button here so we can undo that moving it. All this blue grid and all this white area up here, this is all open space. So if we click and hold and drag from open space, we get this red dotted box. And we can use that box to select all of them. Okay? So once we have them both selected, we can press duplicate again. And now we have 4. Whoa! Go like this. Now we have 4 legs. So our legs are completely done. Okay, now we're going to press this fit to screen button so we can get a good view of all those. And we can use this view cube over here to rotate around and look at all of them. They are so beautiful. Alright, next we're going to need the top. Okay, so I'm feeling like changing it up, so we're going to go ahead and use a box. Alright, so when we click on that box, we're going to place it somewhere within this one here, and within these 4 cylinders. Then we're going to click on the heights to change it again and move it all the way down to, we'll say 3. Then we're going to go to the top view so we can see all of these a little bit easier. Then we're going to use that length and width square to move that all the way over all of those. Now you might be like, well, I can't really see it well because it's all in what's called 3D or 3-dimensional, meaning that it has height, width, and length. Let's think about that. It has height, so it's tall. It has width, so it's wide. Here I am, wide. And it has length, which means it's long. So, like my shoulders, they're very long. So if we want to change that to 2D, so it doesn't have height, whoa, then we just click on this button right here, this perspective and orthographic button. Now perspective is 3D. orthographic, or we'll call that O-graph, is 2D. So let's change that to O-graph and make it fit right along those lines. And I'm going to give mine a little bit of space in between each circle and corner of the square, just so it looks a little nicer. Then I'll switch back to perspective view. Finally, this is a part that confuses a lot of people. Now, we'll notice that it looks good, but it looks like it's an upside down table. So I'm going to have to click and hold on this cone right here and drag it all the way up until they disappear. See? And now we have a lovely little table. And I'm moving around with this view cube. Okay. Finally, if I want to change the color, it's red and orange is nice, but you know, I think we could do something a little more fancy. We can go with maybe like a blue. Yeah, that's nice. And we're gonna go to the right view and use that click and hold and open space again and drag over to get that dotted red box to select all 4 of those legs. We're gonna change that to black. Yeah, or maybe white. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe a little bit yellow. Here we go. That's nice. Okay. And now we have our table. Finally, I'm just gonna put a couple of fruit on there. I'm just gonna put an apple. So I'll move this on up. And our apple is blue. I don't think so. And are they this big? I don't think so. So let's shrink that on down with the length and width. We'll go down to 7 by 7. Oh. There we go. And move that height down to 7 as well. Or maybe 8. Maybe we'll put 8. And of course we gotta change it red if it's an apple. And then of course we have to have a plate if it's a table. So we can bring out another cylinder and watch this. If we change the height all the way down so that it's flat, then it looks just like a plate. I mean, we can also turn it white, and then it'll look exactly like a plate. Oh, here it comes. Are y'all ready? Uh-oh. Here it comes. Just kidding. Looks like not today. No sneezes. Okay. Move that on over, and we can put the apple on the plate if we want to. And maybe we'll have an orange too. And you know what we can do? We could just press this duplicate button. Boom, now we got 2. And we can change it orange. And all of a sudden, it's an orange. Okay? And you know what? Sure, let's put a donut on there too. Because who doesn't like donuts? So if we bring this up, now I'm going to teach you another little new crazy thing here, okay? So after we're done shrinking that down, and you see, if we zoom in, press that fit the screen button, zoom in on that button, then we'll notice this kind of has a lot of ridges, right? You can see little sides, but we don't want to see those sides. We want it to be smooth, right? Because donuts are smooth usually, right? Like this donut. Do you see any ridges in there? No, it's all smooth, right? So we're going to come over to this shape box right here, and we're going to make the sides all the way up to 24, and steps up to 24 too. See what happens if we change the 2? That changes the sides too. But if we make a mistake like that, we can just press undo. Now, that didn't make so much of a change, but it did make it a little bit smoother. So, I'll take it. Alright, then we just change the color. We'll make this a chocolate donut. Chocolate. Okay? And now, we have our table. And that's all you need. You can add more, you can add less, but it's up to you. I'll leave the rest to you all.
Puda, you the GOAT, boy.